Hello everyone, Farel here, with a long overdue project. I just wanted to record myself as I take a look at my history as a video creator. Not sure how many people would be interested in this, but here we go. And everything is just in one take. Let's not overthink this, let's just go. So first off, I feel like it would be important to note who my inspirations were in the old days. Things started out around 2007, I believe, as that seems to be around the time when I made my first YouTube poop video, which I even still have backed up. Classic WMV format and all. However, over time, I started seeing content by such creators as the Angry Video Game Nerd, the Nostalgia Critic, and the rest. This stuff really appealed to me, as it seemed like a way to share one's opinion online in a creative and fun way, and it felt like a dream to be able to express my rage and anger towards shows like Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, as it was still airing at the time on German television, and it was a thorn in my eye. However, I knew that I lacked the skill and the experience to kind of make this what it could be. And so I decided to first practice with some tamer stuff and only get to it when I'd be ready. So yes, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX was my desired big project, but I just simply didn't do it because I did not feel ready yet. So yeah, that's kind of an interesting backstory there. Anyways, The first series of videos that could be compiled into one chapter would be, I guess that this is a fitting name, The Lost Chapter. Ooh. Yeah, I'll get to an explanation later, but my very first review was of the first Mega Man game on the NES. Later on, I also covered things like the NES version of the Samurai Pizza Cats. I also did like two kind of videos on Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monsters. I tried to tackle it in an episode-by-episode way. I did not get further beyond that, but again, just a bit. And then there was the review of the game Cool Spot, which I made as an homage to IGSRJ, or however you spell it. Yeah, I kind of wanted to pay homage to him, but I kind of missed the point. It was like a Irate Gamer parody, and I just kind of did a review, kind of an earnest one, just in his style a little bit. So that was kind of stupid. But in any case, that was, I believe, on my original John DeRonzo account. But it was deleted. Yeah, a lot of people complain about YouTube till this very day, but it is important to note, as a content creator, there was a particular time, I think it was close to the whole Viacom lawsuit story from back in the day, where they would ban people willy-nilly. And this was old YouTube. Monetization wasn't as common, and in general, if you broke some copyright law, I think you had like... it was a strike system. 5 strikes and you're out. This was even before companies had this way of, I'm just gonna monetize your video, I'm gonna get money from it. I know it sucks for people who try to make an income with their videos, but that's still preferable to just get a copyright strike and potentially your account is banned forever and there's no way of getting it back. That was the case for me. All those videos are gone, but surprisingly, yeah, a lot of my YouTube poop videos have been backed up, and yeah, of the videos, my only review is Cool Spot, which is not that remarkable, and I'm kind of embarrassed by it. But oh well, it's not that terrible in an objective sense. Just feels kind of cringy. But yeah, let's move on to a Reviewer Reborn. So yeah, that was 2008 and a bit before, and now we're in 2009 and 10. Those initial years. I made a comeback. I do believe one new video that kind of got salvaged was Bakugan Battle Brawlers. I do believe already at the time I heard about certain content creators moving over to Blip TV, a different video hosting website, and I made an account. I put up my brand new review there, and that's when the whole ban happened, the whole destruction happened. So that video was salvaged. It kind of survived it, and that's why I kind of consider it to be part of the new era. It's what I have. That Cool Spot review only got rediscovered a couple of years later when I looked through some old folders, but never mind now. So yeah, I would say that Bakugan Battle Brawler is not that great of a video. I'm not that proud of it in hindsight. It was a review of a TV show where I only look at one episode, mostly after explaining the premise. My English is not that perfect, the video quality is also kinda meh, and my criticism could have really used some improvement, but yeah, still one of the better ones from my older days. So then next I tried riffing on a Halloween PSA thing. That's not really that interesting. It did not even contain footage of me, kinda boring. And because I noticed how long it would take me to make a video, and I was jealous of all the content creators who were kinda just able to put out thing week after week after week, I figured how to develop a method to create videos a lot faster. And this initial idea was called 10-minute impressions. I would just play a game for about 10 minutes, riff on it with really stupid stuff, maybe add some jokes in post, and yeah, it was boring. My criticism was really poor, and practically always I would make like a follow-up where oftentimes I would make a follow-up where I explain myself, where I kind of put my thoughts a lot, like I express myself a lot better, which is kind of like a really major flaw. If I need to explain myself, if the original videos get enough bad publicity to where I need to explain myself, then what's really the point? Just make a full review and make everything clear from the get-go, but it is what it is. And the final video from this era that I would kind of say, a bit after the second half of 2010, I released Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne, a review of the game. And yeah, it's no grand masterpiece or anything, but it was relatively well received. people were okay with it. Nothing too bad there. But and yeah, I was kind of ambitious with a little thing with with cheesy drawings at the start. I was actually using my gecko for those, so that was kind of fun. I feel like this was me being kind of experimenting with some stuff, and yeah, it kind of worked out, although probably with the humor department and various things, probably Bakugan was a little bit better, but yeah, not by much. It's kind of the deal. I was trying to experiment and improve, but further things would come along the very same year, but I would still put it in a new chapter, which I'll call the Italian job. Yeah, for some really bizarre reason, I came up with the idea that what if people like the Nostalgia Critic could kind of make a theme month or stuff like that, just do a series of videos after one another that all shared a particular theme, they were about a specific thing. So for some reason, after a conversation with a friend, I kind of figured that, oh yeah, I'm gonna make a series of reviews of shows that are based on that are basically from Italy, and that's not quite the case, I believe. It was kind of not exactly. Not all of them were Italian, so that's kind of embarrassing. I squeezed in some 10-minute impression video in there. Just I was thankfully slowly going out of that, but yeah, still doing that thing. So, anyways, Gormini, then Huntic and Wings Club. And with these videos, I was, for the first time, at least ignoring potentially some of those lost videos, this was me on full screen speaking out loud. Which was kind of special, because like Bakugan Battle Brawlers, I was just using stills of myself, kind of imitating the style of Lee from Still Gaming, who was also one of my idols from back then. But yeah, I was trying to be more professional, like the people that I aspire to reach someday. But yeah, obviously with a shitty camera and everything, it just looked horribly. It just And yeah, these videos, yeah, this whole Italian triple feature that I made, I would say it is also pretty relatively mediocre. I'm kind of embarrassed because I mean, I was 23 years old when making these. Some of these, so it kind of feels stupid that I was still acting really childish. I mean, you know that whole thing where people make fun of some 10-year-old on YouTube, but in practice, despite being so much older, I feel like I still was doing basically the same thing. My criticism wasn't the best or anything. And again, I had this stupid idea of just explain the premise and then focus on one episode, which is not how you should do a criticism of a series. Well, with Huntic, I not only used the first episode, but also one way later on, but that kind of just made the whole thing kind of clunky and weird. So basically, I was still learning. I was still not getting it. But yeah, at the very end of this story, still the early 2011, I guess I was somehow hanging out around the that guy with the glasses forums. I do remember visiting there, and it was really bizarre. I found like a forum topic where people kind of motivated people that, oh yeah, you could kind of just review something. Just for example, someone made a challenge that, oh yeah, everyone, let's make videos about the villains from Aladdin, the animated series. And for example, I picked Mechanicals, and yeah, I made a video. It's remarkably not that bad. It's just my voice, and the criticism isn't that great, but it's kind of okay. Despite the lower ambitions with this one, I feel like it works okay as a review. I feel like this was, in a way, progression towards where I wanted to get. But it's kind of nice. And similarly, later I also made a review of, yeah, like there was another foreign topic, Blackadder the Third. People said, oh yeah, Blackadder has 4 series. How about we pick volunteers and everyone covers one of the seasons? And yeah, I went with the third because it's my favorite. I'm not even sure how this worked, but I kind of recall an example where I was literally, aside from the person organizing this, in at least one of these two, the only person who ever actually put this together and published their video, and the rest of the guys was just not doing anything. So it was kind of fun. The videos were very amateur and bare bones, but I kind of felt really happy with being able to create something like this in a short time and being part of some community. But yeah, that did not last, and I mean, the problem was that these were not topics I would discuss normally. This wasn't something I was intrigued to do on my own. If I wasn't encouraged to do it by the whole forum, then I wouldn't have done it. So it was a fun thing to do, but yeah, whatever. Now then, I tried to, afterwards, I sort of tried to become a bit more professional. I kind of wanted to have a different thing for myself. Like I tried to improve myself. And so, yeah, I created an opening video. Just, yeah, it's kind of cheesy, but I kind of, yeah, it's kind of embarrassing to say, but I kind of like it. I do believe this had to be around the time when I had to kind of go to the hospital or something, and oh yeah, I now I remember I likely was able to create those videos so fast because I wasn't going to college anymore due to health reasons, and those reasons were are what led to a bit of a hiatus, and coming back I wanted to start over. But yeah, sorry, I don't have that much of a prepared script in full. But yeah, that's the thing. I felt like I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna do things again. That's why the opening, the things like that. And so I released a review of Digimon Frontier, a series that I very, very much disliked. And yeah, again, I'm reviewing the whole show, but I'm just focusing on the premise and one episode. It was really, really flawed. It was, again, just a video where I was it was not... I noticed that my audio quality is garbage, so I just settled on a silent video where I voice myself over in post. but I was still recording myself with a camera. It was a really awkward idea, and I kind of had the idea of getting a sidekick or something, but it was like really just one episode, and just this one review, and I asked a friend to voice him, who had his German accent. It was a bad idea. I should not have gone with that, but it is what it is, and yeah, pretty clunky video. And yeah, I was kind of moving onward with things. Later came the Farel Talks About Nerds video, but I don't even have an idea what I was thinking with that one. Just, it's not the worst, but I'm still really embarrassed for making it. And then I kind of did a whole big poll related to a contest, just everything so that to decide what my top 5 videos were so far. Which, yeah, that video only came out in 2013. That's like all of 2012, I took a hiatus. I wasn't doing anything. That's in part to me starting college and being really, really determined to do my best. But I still wanted to get back into videos, which did eventually happen. But that was on a brand new channel, FarelForever. And I know some people will kind of question this whole idea, like, why? Why create a new channel? What were you thinking? Even till this day, sometimes whenever the topic is brought up that I had this other channel, some people kind of question my choice there. But a reminder, earlier I lost several reviews permanently. I only managed to salvage one of them. And there's several, yeah, there's probably a few YouTube proof videos that also got lost. I lost so much, and all the subscribers that I got during that time, yeah, now it's all gone. I had to start over from zero. I was legit worried this could happen again. I just, like, it's been like 9... It's been 4 years. It felt like eventually they would get to me. Eventually I would have to start everything all over again, and I really did not want to do that. And so, just as a precaution, I created FarelForever, a different channel, and once again I wanted things to be a bit more professional, with a fancy opening. So, yeah, I guess the previous one that I did only really served a purpose in one video. Oh well. But yeah, this was a new era. And I started off with the Saga series retrospective. I was still using stills, but these videos were really, really much better. And even rewatching these now, after so much time has passed, like it's been over a decade, but looking at them, I can say that they're good. They're the first video of these that it's not bad, it's not I can say that these are good. There's stuff that I would have done differently, maybe room for improvement, but I'm satisfied with them. This was a great thing, and it's good that I've made them. But this wasn't all, because it's this really, really stupid thing. I have no idea what I was thinking with this one, but I was worried that if I spend the next few years only talking about video games, then people will start to think that I'm only a video game channel. And so I decided that I had to squeeze in a few reviews of cartoons, of anime, things like that. And that's how we got Rugrats, which is pretty meh, just quite lame video, and the Duel Masters review and the Street Sharks, but these are better. These are on a greater level, so it kind of works. Yeah, it was. Like, my motivation for this was pretty stupid. Like, who cares? I should have just focused on the retrospective, and then I would have been done with it more quickly and all. But for some strange reason, I did not. I felt like it was important what image you have in the YouTube landscape. All despite the fact that I was starting over. Despite my intentions, telling people, oh yeah, subscribe to my new channel. That never works. This doesn't mean your subscriber numbers will immediately all go from one place to the other. It's just not how that works. Just no. So yeah, things were not working out like I hoped, but I still had this image that I had to try to balance things. And also, while 10-minute impressions went away, I experimented with the Farel tries to format. And we had like Farel tries to play Pokemon. Well, not exactly a different title, but that was the first. Then Farel tries to play Magic the Gathering Battlegrounds. Farel tries to play The Sims, Sonic 3D Blast, 3D Blast 5, stuff like that. I tried to deliver something different, something that would be quicker to make, and I would still say it's kinda just meh, just mediocre, not that special. These are not that great. However, at least to kinda say something positive, this was still way better than my 10-minute impression videos. I feel like I was kind of starting to understand how to make more entertaining content. At least relatively speaking to what came before. After all, it's been almost 5 years since I started making videos. It's kind of really kind of positive to see myself improve a bit over time. And with the saga series completed, that's like FarelForever Part 1, and the Part 2 of FarelForever, it's not as great. Again, another tries video. Yeah, Final Fantasy 14, and the Steamed Hams video, that was kind of okay. Currywurst, I was living in Germany back then. I made a top 5 most popular weekly manga recap running jokes list, that was kind of weird. Yeah, Farel tries to play The Walking Dead. I do believe this was... this was terrible, I'm embarrassed I made it. Given my Saga series retrospective, I also was making some news videos, updating people on stuff. Also a mini review of Romancing Saga 2, things like that. It kind of became like something people expect, that oh yeah, something new Saga related, I have to make a video. It's a burden that I learned to live with, but I might come back to this later. Oh, and the Farel tries Norwegian brown cheese. That's actually the most, in my own opinion, the best made tries video of them all. It came out really nice. but yeah. Towards the end of 2018, I released also a new video, a new review, and in particular one of the extreme dinosaurs. It's been over 2 years since I talked about the street sharks, but so yeah, that's a long overdue video, but I finally made it, and I would say that it is the first time that I can say that rewatching this video, I can say that it's good and even above the ones I made before, and the criteria to say that is just because with those other ones, I asked the question: if I was making this again, would I feel like there's anything off, anything I would wish I could change retroactively? And with those, yes, I see some flaws and this could use some tweaking, but this is the first video where I see it and say, yeah, I'm fine with this. This was a good one, really good stuff. I'm fine with this staying the way it is. So yeah, then came 2019, and I kind of accepted the reality that yeah, YouTube is not what it used to be. No longer is the ban hammer thrown around willy-nilly. Copyright strikes are not that easy to get. A lot of the times companies will just monetize your video instead of banning stuff, especially if you're not uploading a full-on episode of a show or something. Things are not as dangerous as they used to be, and given how low my subscriber numbers were on the new channel, I just figured I would go back. I would go back to my old place, and I do believe I re-uploaded basically all my videos. I think the only one that I kind of left behind were some stuff that I did not care for that much, and yeah, I think of the reviews, Regrets was the only one of that kind. Just I wasn't too happy with it, and it's Nickelodeon, that's Viacom, so I felt like there's a chance they could go after it someday, so let's leave that be. I'm not even that satisfied with it anyway, so whatever. And so I was back on my old channel. Yeah, some more Sega news, podcasts, stuff like that. Farel talks about Warcraft 3, just discussing, playing through the game a little bit. I made a review of Denver, the Last Dinosaur, which, yeah, I'm in general happy with this one. Not flawless, it's got some problems. My voice delivery is pretty meh, but yeah, the one was good. From the more memorable stuff, it's not really a review, but I fondly remember a video, kind of almost like a podcast, which I was recording with my best friend, Little Norwegians, where we kind of talked about memory cards, our whole nostalgia about the PS1 era. That was kind of nice. I did enjoy it, and yeah, and around, I guess at that point I kind of was making less videos because I was kind of focusing a lot on drawing my comic, which once that was done, I released the history of 7-pack and 8 tips for aspiring comic artists. Yeah, those were fairly well received. Not really reviews, but oh well. And then we kind of got to a point where, yeah, Farel talks about Legend of Mana, and also a review of Saga Scarlet Grace. Yeah, also pretty good. I feel like I actually got to a level, in the span of a couple of years, I went from god-awful videos that I just feel embarrassed rewatching to videos where I feel like, yeah, this is pretty okay. I improved. It's already a few years old, but I still say these are good ones. But okay. With my comic done, I was feeling like, you know, maybe it would actually be time to finally talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. After all, that was my big plan so long ago, so maybe it's time. And so, just like with the whole, that whole Saga series retrospective, I've created 4 videos, and this time I did not make the mistake that I did back then. I did not interject any stupid videos in between. It's just review after review. The stuff that I did in between, it was just streams, which are really quick to do. I'm probably not that good to them, but I do what I do. A news post about some Saga games and all that, but other than that, I was just solely focusing on Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I was using my new giraffe for these ones, and I've come to terms that this is the best way for me. No stupid live action stuff, let's just use the giraffe. I'm gonna record my voice with my fancy microphone. I'm normally recording in better conditions than this, but yeah, details. So yeah, the first 2 of these reviews, I would say, yeah, they're pretty okay, but I still see ways in which these could have been better. However, Season 3 and Season 4, I would put them, just like the Extreme Dinosaurs, as videos where I would not know what to improve. They're really solid. I'm genuinely happy with them, and even the fan base of the show did kind of enjoy these videos for the most part, barring some weird, stupid exceptions. But yeah, these were really well received. So yeah, I came a long way. I mean, yeah, 2007, I was starting out to come up with all these sorts of ideas, all these sorts of plans of what I do, and almost 2 decades later, I actually got to talk about the show that I meant to so long ago. It worked out. I accomplished what I set out to do. Just as was the case with my comic, I did it with reviewing as well. That's something that I guess I can be proud of. And yeah, I think of sometime starting a new comic, and of course, this is also not the end for reviewing. I mean, with the primary goal fulfilled, I definitely will have a different approach to all this. There's no longer like a big thing that's hanging over me since many years or something, but there's definitely a lesser pressure now. I no longer feel like I just have to do it. It's just whenever I want to or not. And there are certain projects that I cannot think of working on, but for now the most firm idea is to kind of make a new video for the Saga series, and not just a brief short, oh yeah, what came out in these last couple of months. Saga Emerald Beyond came out, and also the Romancing Saga 2 remake. Yeah, I would like to make videos covering these, and yeah, I hope people would be interested in that. I guess I have to thank everyone for following my channel. Just yeah, I mean, I'm no big YouTube star. I did not make it that far. I'm just a hobbyist. I have a relatively normal job that I do for a living. With that I make my income, and just the videos are something that I do in my spare time. I'm just a weirdo from Poland who just releases some videos every few months, and I'm grateful that you guys are following me, and I do hope that I'm gonna be able to deliver something in the future that you guys will enjoy. As I said, maybe something Saga related, maybe something about Sailor Moon, or who knows, maybe I will talk about some other seasons or series of Yu-Gi-Oh! In the future. Although I would not want to become a Yu-Gi-Oh! Channel. That's definitely not something that I aspire to. But we'll see what the future will bring. Thank you very much for watching, and I wish you a wonderful day. Goodbye.